Well, Conor, let's talk about tonight first. How frustrating is that not to claim all 3 points?
Yeah, very frustrating, of course. Look, we've been on a good run, especially at home. Last few games, we've usually won. But yeah, look, like you said, frustrating is the word tonight. I suppose had our chances. Felt we did okay. But yeah, it would have been nice to get the 3 points.
And I suppose it's that double frustration that you could be sitting sixth tonight, had something have gone in off somebody's elbow, and you win the game.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, everyone knows that. Look, it was one of our games in hand. We wanted to get 3 points. It wasn't to be. Obviously we got a point at the weekend, so to back it up tonight with a win would have been great. But look, it's another point on the board. 2-0 in a row. I suppose the negatives are we're not scored in the last 2 games. The positives are the clean sheets. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a couple of goals at the weekend and get the win.
I suppose the other side to that is you are creating chances. It's not like chances are not being created. I mean, you were creating for fun this evening, weren't you?
Yeah, we did. Look, we had chances, like you said. There's no point naming any names on who missed them or what chances were missed. But look, we did have chances. Did create them. That's a positive. Like you said, it was one of them nights where if we got one, it would have probably ended up being 2 or 3, but we just couldn't get that goal. And look, that happens sometimes. And if you don't win them, you at least take a point from it and move on.
I suppose you would echo the frustrations of the unnamables of the chances that were missed, not just today, of course, but in the last game as well.
Yeah, look, the lads have been doing great since Hecky's come in. Been no finger pointing at anyone. It's a collective win, lose together or draw, whatever it may be. So yeah, look, we had chances tonight. There's no doubt about that, and we just have to head into the weekend now and hopefully put a couple away.
Apart from Billy Sharp, I suppose, it just looks as though the others are toiling, and one goes in and then 3, 4 follow quickly.
Yeah, that's it. Look, it would have been nice to get one in the first half, I suppose. Off the top of my head, I felt we had some decent chances in the first half, couple in the second half. And the earlier the goal goes in, the easier the night gets, I suppose. The longer it goes without scoring, the more frustrating it gets. So look, we're a little bit disappointed in there, of course, but look, it's a point on the board, and we'll move on.
Changing tack then, how are you finding this excellent, almost really engrossing battle for the playoffs at the end of the season?
Yeah, great. Look, you want to be up that side of the table. Obviously it was a slow start. There's no getting away from that, so we're playing a little bit of catch up. But look, since Hecky's come in, we've been on a great run. Credit to everyone in the camp for pulling in the right direction, and long may it continue. But look, there's a long way to go. I think we just said in the dressing room there's 16 games to go, I think, now for us. So we just have to collect as many points as we can, and hopefully we'll get in there come the end.
And perhaps one of the big things for this resurgence is intensity, isn't it? That there's not really a match day where Sheffield United aren't on it at the moment.
Yeah, look, that's a big one for us. I think the only one I think the gaffer would probably point out would be Derby in his run. Since he's come in. Other than that, the lads have been bang at it every game. Like you said, scoring goals, clean sheets. Sometimes, like you said, they go in for you on certain nights and other nights not. But in terms of application, attitude, it's been there for everyone to see, and especially that mindset from everyone as well to really flip it on its head and get back to playing the way that the club wants to play. So yeah, it's been great since he's taken over, and like you said, long may it continue.
Is there a tinge of frustration that you're on this unbeaten run, 6 or 7 matches, 1 defeat in 12 or something, and yet you're still not in the top 6? Yeah. It's like this one weekend, it just keeps staying away from Sheffield United.
Yeah, a little bit, but look, hopefully we'll get in there at a certain stage. Like you said, there's a long way to go. It's not like there's 3-4 games to go and we're still chasing it. There's 16 odd games to go. Like I said, I think that was on the 30 mark first tonight. So yeah, look, there's a long way to go. Like I said, that's 2/3 of the season done really, and 1/3 to go. So still a lot to play for.
You had a challenge against Hull City that was what it was, I suppose, and very defensive. You'll know quite a lot about Swansea and be expecting a different challenge this weekend.
I think so, yeah. Speaking to 1 or 2 of the lads still, they try and play some good football with the new manager. They play out from the back and whatever and pass the ball, and that's the way that Swansea have always done it over the years. So yeah, they'll be trying to take the ball in certain areas and probably not bank up as much as Hull did, but everyone brings their own strengths and different challenges, so we'll have to get ready for it.
Does that in some respects play into your hands, if you like, those types of teams that do like to play it out from the back? Sheffield United have had good times against them over the years.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll do our homework on them. We have got our own strengths, and we'll try and pinpoint a couple of their weaknesses. So yeah, look, we'll be ready for it, and hopefully we'll get the right result at the weekend.
And just finally, to focus on yourself, obviously played regularly recently and either were taken out to be rested, etc. What does it mean to you to be right sort of front row centre in this team right now?
Yeah, delighted, of course. Look, there's no secret that it was a slow start for myself under the previous manager. It was a disappointing start, but look, Hecky's come in and we know each other very, very well, and I feel like I've done well since he's come in and going from strength to strength. And yeah, look, hopefully I can help the lads between now and the end of the season and go from there.
As a midfield unit, do you sometimes find that you're still building partnerships in there? Because whether it's you or Ollie Norwood or you or Fleck or one of the other twos together, and whether that just takes time for everybody to know what everybody's doing all the time?
Yeah, I suppose, look, I think Hecky's touched on it a couple of times. We've got some good players in there. There's no doubt about that. Everyone's got their own qualities. It seems like me and Ollie have played a little bit more together rather than any other pairing, and it's a pleasure to play with Ollie. He's a very good footballer. So yeah, look, we're playing nicely together, forming a decent partnership. But look, there's 4 good players in there fighting for positions, and yeah, it's an interesting one. But we're all pushing each other.